Chemical weapons interdiction. Cargo vessel carrying 2,400 drums of chemical weapons, precursors sails toward terrorist-controlled territory. The shipment worth $900 million would enable production of sarin gas capable of killing hundreds of thousands. P-8 Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft detects suspicious vessel through advanced sensor systems. Navy SEAL teams deploy for intercept. 6 hours later, the ship is secured, crew arrested, and cargo seized. This is how American naval special operations eliminate weapons mass destruction threats through intelligence and rapid response that terrorist networks cannot evade. International intelligence agencies tracked chemical weapons smuggling network for 8 months, identifying suppliers, financial networks, and transportation methods. The network operated sophisticated logistics, moving restricted chemicals from manufacturers to terrorist organizations through complex routing that avoided detection by customs authorities. The operation climaxed when intelligence pinpointed specific cargo vessel, departing with largest chemical weapons shipment ever attempted. American military received tasking to intercept before the vessel reached its destination. Navy Power TV takes you inside the operation that demonstrates American naval forces provide critical capability for countering weapon mass destruction proliferation through surveillance, interdiction, and direct action that prevents materials from reaching groups that would employ them against civilian populations. Which capability enables successful interdiction? A. Intelligent surveillance. B. Maritime patrol aircraft. C. SEAL boarding teams. Comment your answer below. P-8 Poseidon aircraft operating from land base maintained surveillance on the cargo vessel as it transited international waters. The aircraft's advanced radar and electronic sensors tracked the ship continuously, while intelligence analysts confirmed its identity and cargo through intercepted communications and satellite imagery. The vessel followed routing consistent with intelligence predictions about smuggling network operations. American commanders received authorization to conduct boarding and inspection before the vessel entered territorial waters where interdiction would create diplomatic complications. USS Michael Monsoor, Zumwalt-class destroyer, deployed SEAL team and boarding party toward the cargo vessel. The destroyer positioned alongside the target, maintaining visual contact, while SEALs prepared for boarding operation. Helicopter carrying additional operators launched from destroyer, providing overhead security and rapid insertion capability. The vessel's crew detected American military presence and attempted to increase speed, reaching international waters where they believed protection from interdiction existed. The belief proved false when American forces demonstrated authority to board vessels transporting illegal weapons, regardless of current location or flag state. Stay with me, because what happens next reveals the comprehensive training and capability that allows American Special Operations Forces to seize vessels rapidly while preventing crew from destroying evidence or sabotaging cargo that requires careful handling due to its hazardous chemical nature. SEAL teams approached the cargo vessel in rigid hull inflatable boats. Snipers aboard helicopter provided overwatch, preventing crew from interfering with boarding operation. Operators climbed the hull using specialized boarding equipment, reaching deck in under 2 minutes. The crew offered no resistance when facing heavily armed Special Operations Forces with helicopter support overhead. The SEALs secured the vessel room by room, ensuring no crew members remained hidden and no weapons threatened the boarding party. The entire seizure required 12 minutes from initial boat approach to complete vessel control, with all crew detained in central location, under guard, while operators searched the ship. The cargo inspection revealed 2,450-gallon drums containing chemical precursors for nerve agent production. The chemicals included methylphosphenyl difluoride and isopropyl alcohol in quantities sufficient to produce hundreds of tons of sarin gas. Intelligence analysts calculated that the seized chemicals could have enabled terrorist attacks, killing hundreds of thousands of civilians if the shipment had reached its intended destination. The strategic impact of preventing this delivery exceeded any tactical military victory through lives saved that would otherwise have been lost to terrorist chemical attacks. Navy Power TV examines the intelligence and operational integration that creates capability to detect, track, intercept, and seize weapons of mass destruction shipments before terrorist organizations received them. The operation required coordination across multiple agencies and commands, executing complex mission in compressed time frame with zero margin for error. How many Navy SEALs typically conduct vessel boarding operations? A. 10 operators. B. 25 operators. C. 50 operators. Answer at end. The SEAL team consisted of 24 operators supported by helicopter crew and destroyer personnel providing communications and logistics support. This represents standard boarding team size, providing sufficient personnel to secure a medium-sized cargo vessel while maintaining tactical reserve for contingencies. The operators received specialized training in maritime interdiction, including vessel seizure tactics, chemical weapons handling procedures, and evidence collection for criminal prosecution. This specialized expertise creates capability that conventional naval forces lack for complex operations requiring both direct action skills and technical knowledge about hazardous materials. Quantity versus quality demonstrated when quality includes specialized training and equipment that allows small teams to accomplish missions that larger conventional forces could not execute safely or effectively. Comment Q or L. If you believe American Naval Special Operations provide critical WMD interdiction capability, type Navy Power TV right now. The vessel crew faced federal prosecution for chemical weapons, trafficking conspiracy, terrorism support, and violations of international arms control agreements. The evidence collected during boarding operation provided comprehensive documentation of the smuggling network, enabling law enforcement agencies to dismantle the entire organization. Subsequent arrests across multiple countries destroyed the network's ability to continue operations. The prosecution resulted in lengthy prison sentences for all involved parties. The financial investigation seized assets worth tens of millions, creating economic damage that discouraged other criminals from attempting similar operations. The chemical weapons precursors were transported to secure storage facility for eventual destruction under International Chemical Weapons Convention protocols. The destruction process required specialized equipment and procedures, ensuring the materials could never reach terrorist organizations or rogue nations seeking weapons of mass destruction capabilities. American military provided security and transportation for the entire disposal operation, preventing any possibility of theft or diversion. Regional allies observed the operation with appreciation for American capability to eliminate threats that smaller navies cannot address. Chemical weapons proliferation threatens multiple nations that lack specialized forces or equipment for intercepting and securing hazardous materials at sea. American willingness to conduct these interdiction operations provides security benefit extending far beyond immediate threat elimination through deterrence effect on other smuggling networks considering similar operations. International cooperation improved after the successful interdiction, demonstrated value of intelligence sharing and coordinated operations. Multiple nations contributed intelligence, enabling the operation's success. The results validated their investment in cooperation with American forces. Future intelligence sharing increased, creating network effect, where each successful operation generates more intelligence, leading to additional operations against weapons proliferation networks. Which aspect proved most critical? Real-time intelligence, specialized SEAL training, or maritime patrol surveillance? Share assessment. Technology and training supremacy. Answer to quiz. Typical vessel boarding employs 24 SEAL operators providing sufficient personnel to secure vessel quickly while maintaining reserves for complications or resistance. This represents balance between force size needed for mission success and operational security, requiring minimal personnel with specialized skills rather than larger conventional forces, lacking training for complex hazardous materials operations. Can terrorist networks develop countermeasures against American maritime interdiction? Evidence conclusively suggests no. American surveillance capabilities detect suspicious vessels across vast ocean areas. Naval forces can intercept anywhere in international waters. SEAL teams possess training and equipment that smugglers cannot resist. The capability advantage is structural and will persist as American technology and training continue advancing while terrorist networks remain limited to civilian vessels and personnel lacking military capabilities. What's next for WMD proliferation prevention? Continued American maritime surveillance and interdiction operations that eliminate weapons shipments before reaching intended recipients. The Naval Special Operations capability provides unique tool for countering proliferation that other approaches cannot match through combination of global reach, rapid response, and specialized expertise that makes American forces ideal for these critical missions protecting civilian populations from weapons of mass destruction. The chemical weapons interdiction demonstrates capability maturity, reflecting decades of counter-proliferation experience and specialized training programs that create forces capable of complex operations, requiring both combat skills and technical knowledge. American investment in these capabilities pays dividends through prevented attacks that would otherwise have caused mass casualties. The operation saved lives through proactive threat elimination rather than reactive damage control after attacks occur. Subscribe to Navy Power TV, where elite naval power meets special operations, proving American forces eliminate WMD threats through surveillance, interdiction, and direct action that terrorist networks cannot evade. Superior intelligence, specialized training, global reach. Hit notification for operations showing why American maritime forces provide critical capability for preventing weapons of mass destruction from reaching those who would use them against innocent civilians worldwide.